Hello everyone and welcome to Factorio. I'm Par and it's time to play Seablock. Let's remind everyone what we did in the previous episode. We built this awesome block, and the part that I'm really excited about is that I was able to place 10 header plants here. This is great. Like, this is exactly what we need. It's working fine. Today episode, I'd like to start by fixing this part to also have a lot of header plants here, because I'm not sure I like this build the way it looks, at least now. So let's delete all of this. Should I maybe, you know what, I will make a blueprint of this part, this whole part, just because I am not sure whether I'll need to revert it. So I'll be able to find it if needed, right? That's the idea. Let's say we don't care about enabling or disabling it. I want to load everything inside this warehouse, and I want to delete this. I just want it gone. Nice. And probably this part gone as well. And instead, what I want to place this thing there, because I feel like it should work for these purposes just as well. It should just work. I can place it here, right? We're placing it as close as possible to... Actually, do I even have to do that? Let me think. Let's think a little bit. What we want to have here. We want to have this pipe connecting and like balancing purified water, right? We have two pumps and we want to have the pipe. So since we want to have the pipe, let's have the pipe here. This will be our pipe. This part will have a direct connection over here. Right, let's see. And I can copy it here. So, looks like I need to delete this ones. That's okay. Let's see. I don't need this power pole, because I don't think I do. What I do need, I need to have a connection here. Let's see. We have isolated lines processing sulfur. And we have connection for mineralized water. Also need to have something like this, except we need to connect it to the output here. This is the way, I feel. Yeah, I feel that this is the way to do this. Okay, 1, 2, 3. And we need... No, we don't need one more. This is enough, right? This is enough, I think. Let's think about it a little bit. So we have 5 lines, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that are processing this mineralized, this sulfuric wastewater, and just placing stuff right here. Wait, this was wrong. No, this was correct. This is how we want this part to work. We might need to have a connection to the power. Why we didn't have problem with power here, but we do have problem with power here? It's because we have slightly different path. Okay, so this should get connected. Everything will be looking awesome. Look awesome. I'm missing something, I I'm missing. So here we had the connection. Okay, I think I know what I need to do. I need to change placement of these power poles. They just it doesn't really work for us. It doesn't work for us, so we need to place them in a way that we cover. Actually, this is a pretty good place. So we want to cover these inserters and these two header plants. So that's the way I guess we'll have them. I mean, this could go here. Nice. We do not have Roboport coverage, I believe, for this part. Yeah, we don't. It's okay. We will fix it in no time. We'll add a coverage. Yeah, like this. Nice. It's done. And we'll have this part built as well. Let's see, what else do we need? We need to send all the sulfur into this warehouse. Let's do this. So all the sulfur is going right here. Nice. Next thing that we want to do, we want to export sulfur and we want to export what's the name? Sorry, we want to export chunks of whatever we are producing here, stereotype chunks, and we want to export sulfur. So let's, I actually want to delete these lines because we don't have space here. So what I'll be doing, I will be pulling them here somehow. Not quite clear how. Maybe like this. Yeah. So the one. Oh, nice. Look at this. It ends up looking really, really great. And this one will just have something like this, right? You can even leave some space so that it looks a bit nicer, I'd say. I mean, in a way, it kind of is looking pretty nice. Right. Here, the plan is to load stuff into this warehouse and to load stuff into that warehouse. Really, really simple, right? Okay, and we also need to load. We'll need to load sulfur. Yeah, I believe this should already work correctly. One thing that I'd like to do, I'd like to keep at least 10,000 of sulfur in this warehouse, because for this process we need sulfuric acid and I want to like reuse this sulfur. Let's let this run for a while to make sure everything is connected here. We'll have a little bit more stereotype chunks than needed, but it's okay. One thing that I'm wondering, we are not we are balancing between them. Interesting. We don't really have to do that, to be honest. I don't feel like we have to have this balancer, but yeah, sure, why not? Let's keep at least 10,000 of sulfur here. Where is our sulfur? What is it? Here it is. We are enabling it only if we have more than 10,000. So we'll accumulate it a bit. Here it will come. We will... I mean, I want to have like limits here, but I'll place them later. Let's take a look whether everything is working nicely. This is working. Oh, we do not have a way to deal with mineralized water, do we? I don't believe we do. Because the way we are dealing with mineralized water nowadays is like this. So we have this block, and we kind of just stamp it here. And it works. It tends to work. Right. This is stalled because we have too much mineralized water. But this should fix it. And another thing that we're actually missing, it's kind of important, is this connection. We want this part to provide us with some purified water, but we do it only with like with this top-up valve. And on the other side, we also are using top-up valve. That is great. We can even make it kind of a little bit more symmetrical, to be honest. I like when stuff is symmetrical. So we have a valve here, and we have valve here. Great. This part. Oh, we need to do something about the gears as well. I forgot about that. I honestly forgot about gears. So it's a good thing, you know, that we are checking what is happening here, because yeah, look at this. We found an issue. Okay, let's say we place it here and here. Like this. Let's do this. And here, here, here. This part will not be limited, like this loader is not limited by anything, because we just want to consume all the gears all the time. That's the idea. Okay, let's see. And look at this. We managed to do it. We have an awesome build right here. Let's just connect things a little bit. Like this. We will say that we would like steady chunks to be less than 50,000. Right, and we have 7 right now. Nice, and this one we want to have silver less than 50,000. Awesome, look at this. We fixed our stereotype production, and it's ready to be copied. It's ready to be copied over here to sapphirite. Not quite, because we have like lots of materials in here, but it will be ready to be copied there at some point in the future. Awesome. This took us more than 10 minutes. That's not great. What I'd like to do now, I would like to actually build this block with silver plates, because I feel like silver plates are probably the easiest. I'm not actually sure, but it's just the suspicion that I have that they would probably be easier than some other plates. And we'll place them here. Nice. I also want to remove all of this. Okay. What do we need for silver? Silver is... I mean, let's just say that we want to have silver, like plates, right? We want this kind of silver. Before we proceed, let's take a look. What was, like, how much of things are we usually building with our blocks? for example, here iron. How much iron are we producing? We have like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 copies of iron. Where is iron? Yeah, so we are going for 54, it seems. Let's go for the same amount for silver. I don't believe we'll actually need this much, but you know, why should we build less than that, you know? Silver ingot. Do we need silver ingot for anything? Silver ingot. It's used for molten silver and it's used for molten solder. I am not gonna to use tier 2 ore, which is silver, on tier 1 metal. Like a solder, I consider it a tier 1 metal because we can get it just from copper and tin. Like we can get it. Sorry, we can get it from lead and tin. Both of them are tier 1 metals. Sorry, ores. So, like solder, we can get it easily by just having, like, you know, without using these blocks at all. We can get it from crushed stuff and from mineral catalysts. So that's the way I prefer to look at the things. I want to like see how many processing steps we require, and yeah, I'm not gonna use what was it? I'm not gonna use silver for solder like ever, unless I somehow get an excess of silver, but then we'll see, because I don't know whether, like when we are producing chrome, will we get some silver out of it as well? We'll get there once, you know, we reach that stage of the game. So that means that I don't actually need to export any silver ingots. That was the purpose of the exercise. And I don't have like these processes, so I'll stay on this one. Wait. I don't like what is happening here. I didn't want them to look like this. I want stuff to be here. Ingots. Let's actually produce ingots in another build. Here. We do need some charcoal, but it's whatever. We just need 6 blast furnaces, that's fine. And we get silver ore from this process, like direct everything. We'll be using, okay, I guess we have to use this one. We need 14 of this, and we need stilotite and barmonium. I feel like we already had something similar. Maybe for lead? Maybe this one is similar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. How much lead are we producing, by the way? Lead. We are going for 27 lead. Maybe we should go for 27 silver as well. Why do we, like, let's see. We need silver for advanced circuits, right? We need a little bit. And I want a lot of circuits. And lead, we need it only, basically only for science. Lead is needed only for science in not very large quantities. But silver, check this out, we actually need a lot of silver, like 2 silver plates. We need much more silver than lead, so this, I guess, answers it for me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Interesting. Okay, whatever. Let's proceed with. We cannot proceed because we are still landfilling the area. We are still landfilling the area. So maybe it's better to build something else right now. Maybe it's better to build this one. You know what? Let's focus on circuits. We figured out what to do for silver. Let's super quickly just build some, like a block for circuits. Oh, wait, this is too slow. On map view, it's much faster. Right, and now that we have this one figured out, this is output, right? So that means that this will be our input. We can actually... What? Electric pole in the way? Oh, right. Electric poles are in the way. That is unexpected. Okay, we have this part, and already this one is turned off. Let's just paste okay, have round poles here as well. This is a provider. So let's paste it. Medium electric poles in the way. I guess we need to wait for the robots to upgrade them, because... Oh no, I forgot this one. This is a provider. Let's try again. Okay, and now we placed it nicely, and it's enabled. This combinator. So we have a requester and we have provider, and we want to build two things. We want to build basic circuits and electronic circuits. Let's see. What do we need for electronic circuits? We need the stuff, except I want to use maybe this machines, and oh, we'll need carbon. Okay, that is fine. That is fine. And for this block, I will be copying this part for charcoal production. That means that ideally I actually want this ones to be placed slightly differently. I want them to be kind of placed here. Let's do this. Okay, nice. I want to delete these ones, and I want to place a charcoal build. How are we usually doing it? I wish it was... Okay, we are doing it like this. That means that it's actually not the right placement for the rubber part. Let's try again. Charcoal. I think I want to like enable green snapping for that, but I'm a bit lazy for that. I'll just look at this corner. Okay. We have everything built here. We'll be producing charcoal from this part. It should be like more than enough for charcoal production. Now let's figure out. Let's say we want to have a full red belt of electronic circuits. Can we do that? We need 27 of this. I want to be copying... what is my build? I want to basically reuse this build for that. This one. I think it's nice. But the issue here is that if we look at the amount of materials and at the build at the same time, can we do it at the same time? Yeah, we can look at the same time. So let's see what is the real problem here. We need a lot of tin and a lot of copper to power these inserters. We need lots of tin, we need lots of copper. That's okay. We also need lots of solder. The solder and lots of basic circuits. Like, look at this. We have them combined here, but we cannot really handle this load. Let's reduce it. Let's say we have 15. So we can place 15 plus 15 on one belt. Here it just has to be, it will have to be a red belt, right? Easy. We can also do the same with solder and basic circuits. it just matches. It's like looking good. Iron plates will have a full red belt. It will also be working correctly. The carbon, we have like carbon here. That's fine. We don't need a lot of it. We'll just, you know, produce it on site, and it will work just fine. This part requires 14 electronic assembly machines. 14. That means that we need to copy this part kind of like 7 times. Which, you know, is pretty good. And actually we can even make it a bit nicer, because we don't need to have, I mean, we can copy it 8 times or whatever, but we don't have this, we don't need to have a copy, like an instance of the assembler for electronic circuits here. For every of this copy, we can actually have 1 per 2. So let's maybe work on the build, and then we'll just copy it like we'll have 1. We'll copy it 4 times, right? We'll have this part, this part like this maybe. We'll figure it out, you know, how exactly it's gonna look like. Let's move here, and we'll copy it 4 times for 15 to get 15 electronic circuits, right? So first of all, I want to upgrade it. I want to upgrade it to red belts. Like, we'll just be using only red belts and nothing else. This part, we don't need it. We don't need this. We'll have regular belts going here. This one, we don't need it. What we do need, we need a way, so we need to upgrade it to next power poles, or maybe I'll fix power poles separately. We are gonna give the thing, okay, I flipped it around again. We'll be feeding one other thing that I like to do. I'd like to upgrade inserters actually here. I want to have red inserters because I'm not sure whether, you know, the yellow ones will be able to deal with the load. Let's see. We will have this part, I guess like this. I want to also upgrade these electronic machines to better ones. We'll just use this upgrade planner for doing such things. We can deal with just 1 power pole, by the way, here. Why don't I do that? Just 1 power pole. Let me remove all of these power poles. I think it's a bit too much, because we have better power poles now. We don't actually need to... I could replace it like this. And this should be enough. Right? Will this be enough? It's kinda enough. I could make it a bit better. I could place them... Can I? I could place them like this. I feel like this should look better. And now we can copy this part. We can copy it. The input will go from below, right? The input is going from there, and we need 4 copies of it. So the question, do we have enough space for such copies? Yes, we do. Okay, look at this. We have this part working. This is working, this is working. I mean, it's all looking pretty good to me, to be honest. We are not gonna request more than that. This is it. This is the line that will give us a lot, and I mean like really a lot of stuff. One thing that we can potentially do here, which is, you know, it's turning out to be like better and better the more I work on it. We can flip the direction of this belt and let it come from above. We can feed charcoal from above, actually. And You know, this is not a bad idea, to be honest. This is totally not a bad idea. We can have charcoal coming from above, because this way we will be able to like save a little bit on the, you know, on like pulling the belts around and doing, you know, the standard, you know, thing. Not the standard, but you get what I'm saying. We can reduce a little bit the amount of spaghetti. Not that spaghetti is a bad thing, spaghetti is a good thing, but yeah. And you can place it, let's say we'll place it somewhere here. I mean, I don't actually want to place it that far away. I want it to be somewhere. Do I want to place it far away or not? Not really. It's okay. Let's place this one here, and the other one, the other copy will be like somewhere here. It doesn't really matter exactly where I'm placing them. It's honestly whatever. The important part, what we need here. We need lots of materials. I wonder why it's disabled. I don't like it. Let's say this is a requester. We are pasting it, and this is supposed to be enabled. Nice. Let's call this one and the other one. Is it also disabled? No, this one is enabled, but we can paste it as a provider. It's fine. This one we will call the station circuits. And yeah, this is input. Circuits. And this is gonna be two types of circuits. We will have basic circuit, and we'll have electronic circuit, like this. Nice. Done. Working fine. We also need to get power from here. This one will be called, surprise, surprise, circuits out. Yep. Very original. Let's figure out what do we need here. We need some metals, right? We need to request some stuff. Here is our copy of this build. Wait, here. We need iron, solder, circuits, copper, and tin. So iron, solder, copper, and tin. These are the only inputs. Let me double check. Iron, solder, copper, and tin. And this will be produced on site. Let's do this. So we want iron, solder, copper, and tin. And here probably the same thing. I mean, we'll see. Iron. No, that way. Yeah, the same way actually. We have not flipped these builds, so it's like literally the same thing happening for both of them. We will place some underground belts here. I'll also maybe do something like this. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I want a little bit more belts. Actually, I don't need that, right? Because if you look at the basic circuits production, so let's get back. We are producing this thing, right? We are producing 15 of, actually it's going to be 30 of electronic circuit, but from one warehouse will be powering 15. And we can take a look and see what it takes to actually, we already have 15 circuits here. It will take us like a little bit of wood and a little bit of copper. We just need a tiny bit of wood and a tiny bit of copper to have like all of this working nicely. And well, it's not a tiny amount. It's basically a full belt of copper and half a belt of wood. So we actually don't need this much space. We can get... let me redo this part. This is our iron, right? Let's start doing things for real. Let's do less token and more, you know, more actually doing things. This was iron, and then we have solder and copper and tin. So this is iron, this one will be solder, and here we have copper and tin. Doesn't really matter in which direction, we cannot do it. Let's say we'll get like copper, and we'll get some tin. Right, and we'll do exactly the same thing here. Have iron. You know what, I want to move it by one tile. This is kind of random placement, but I really want to make it go like this. So we'll have this thing. Okay, we need 2 belts here with wood, and we need 2 belts with wood and copper. So this is our wood, this is our copper, this is wood, this is copper, right? So we have them here. Nice. That means that we actually can move this one a little bit below, because this could be our one output and this could be a belt with another output. Kinda going like this. Nice, right? Let's see, I can just make them go like this. This is wood, sorry, iron. This is copper and this is copper and whatever else we needed. Tin, right? This is copper and this is wood. Oh, wait. One moment. This is not enough. We will be building wooden boards from wood, because we have food production. And I want these ones to be the default ones for everything. Right. This is the way things are gonna be happening. Right, let's see. Okay, this is getting... this is becoming a bit trickier than I expected, to be honest. Yeah, this is a bit trickier, but it's okay. We can build stuff here. Actually, I can do it like this. So this is solder, and from here we will be getting some boards, right? And we'll have the boards going there. This part, we wanted to, like, we want to combine these two things. We want to give this thing some solder and boards, and the iron goes here. Here we have it. That's the build. One thing that I'd like to change, I'd like the output inserters to be kind of swapping the direction. Yeah, not swapping, but like have a variable direction of the output, like this. Nice. This is the build. It should work. Let's request actually some stuff. So this is copper wood. Let's copy it. Let's get it here. We need to connect the part. This is input. We need to connect this build. And we need to start requesting things. What do we need? We need iron, solder, copper, and tin. Let's just request this. We need iron, copper, tin, and solder. right? And we actually also want some wood. How do we request wood? We also want some wood. And if we request 150 stacks, sorry, 200 stacks of each, it's just 1000 stacks. We have more than enough space for that. Let's request all of this. We want all of this to be delivered. LTN, please work. Let's check whether we have this cycle complete. Yeah, I believe the trains should be able to, like, they shouldn't get stuck. Nice. We check that we have the filters everywhere. Everything is looking great. Nice. It is our build. And I want to connect it somehow. I feel like this is a pretty good connection. This is looking kinda a bit messy. It's not how it's supposed to look. I want to fix this, how it looks on the map, because I don't like when things are not very beautiful. Okay, this is much better. Look at this. This is looking great, actually. Let's see. The trains are getting unloaded. Yeah, it might take a while to get the thing properly built. Let's meanwhile build basic circuits. And before we do that, this is our output, right? So we kind of want it to go there. And we'll figure something out with it. And we also need a belt going in this direction. Like this. So we need circuits to go here, but we also kind of need circuits to go the other way. Like basically here or something. We'll figure it out. Let's see, what do we actually need for the circuits? Let's actually copy paste this build. What? No. Okay, I'm not going to copy that. Let's just figure it out ourselves. It will be super simple. We have circuits coming from the right. Right? So we have circuits coming from here. We have lots of circuits, by the way. We have wood coming from here. We also have kind of a lot of wood. We need to build some wood plates, wooden boards, and we can feed them into the circuit production building. This one. Right, let's see. So we have 1-to-1 here, and we'll share the spot. Is it looking good? Is it reasonable what I'm doing here, or not really? I mean, we could even place it like this, I guess. We could have lots of circuits being produced. Have another one here. I mean, this is not super compact, to be honest, but does it have to be compact? Like, that's the question. Do I need to make this build compact or not? And the thing is, I don't believe so. I don't think that we really have to make it very compact. Because, like, this is just gonna work, you know? And that's enough for me. That is enough. Just the fact that it's working is enough. Right. And we can have one power pole. And doing all of this. I think it's looking pretty good. This is a wooden board from the wood. Honestly, I don't even need to place 2 of them here, I just can have one. So something there. Have just one. Means that we'll be able to make it work like this. Actually, let's take a look. So let's say we'll build another one here. I can actually. It connects nicely from this kind of right from here. It connects. So yeah, this is our build. It's not super compact, and maybe it's a bad thing that it's not super compact, but it's gonna be good enough. We need 7 in order to build 15 basic circuits, and actually let's limit it by copper plates. So let's say what would happen if we were. How can I specify like another number, another output? Do I need to just click on it here? Unlink? Should I unlink it? Okay, nice. Let's say I want 20 as the output. For 20, I need exactly 30 copper plates, and I will need 9 of these machines. So I can basically have a copy, like I can copy it 5 times, and this will be able to consume full copper plate, like full belt of copper. Okay, that's good. So we have a belt of copper that is consumed here. Let me, I want to maybe copy this a bit and make it a tiny bit nicer. Let's see. This is how many? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And I need 2 more. If I want to consume full belt, but I don't want to copy this whole block. It's okay. Let's say we underproduce a little bit of this plates. We'll produce slightly less, like 19 or something. So this is producing 19 of plates, and it's placing them there. Let's cut this part, and I want to maybe. So and that's it, right? That's already enough. So we can actually flip it. Electronic assembly machine cannot be flipped. Seriously? Why cannot it be flipped? I don't understand. Let's just rotate it. We can place everything. No, we cannot place everything on one belt because we have already 20. I'm not gonna flip anything. I'll just say this is one copy of the thing that we are building. We could have another copy, and maybe we could have a third copy. Or maybe even fourth one. I don't know. We can have lots of this. The only real limiting factor here is how much copper we can consume and deliver there, because the wood is fine. One belt of wood should be able to power 2 of these builds. The problem really is the copper, and with the copper, the situation is a little bit worse because we don't have much. Like we don't have that many options of how we are gonna be getting the copper. And we could, in theory, have this part delivering some copper. We could have copper going here, I guess. Yeah, this could be our copper. We have more copper here. We'll figure out what to do with it. This copper will go here. One line of copper. This is second line of copper. It will go here. And I want to maybe make it a little bit nicer. Let's make it like this. Alright, this is second belt of copper. Did I flip this one? Yes, this looking good. Let's connect all of them. I want them connected. So we have copper going there. We need some wood, and we need to extract wood from this line. That means that I'll need to do something like this here. Okay, this is wood. At least part of the wood that we have. Right, so I need to take half of this wood and deliver it here. Oh, I forgot to move this one. This is bad. I need to move this one, this one. Okay. It's not as bad as I initially thought it would be. Okay, we fixed this builds. I have another wood going here. Nice. Now, let's delete all of this. And let's copy this part again. Or maybe even this whole part. We want this connection to be here, but the wood and copper are actually going... Okay, we'll fix it later. The wood and copper that we will use are coming from below. Okay. This is the output. This is the copper that we need. The copper is coming from here. So we can just turn it and kind of connect it like this. Like this. Nice. Okay, so we have a copper part figured out. We also need another copper, and I'm actually thinking maybe I should bring this one up and have that copper being used for the far side. Let's try. Let's say we delete all this. Let's say we take underground belt and we placed it like this, and we placed it here. Yeah, nice. It works. Can actually do it. A little bit short on red belts, it seems, but it's okay. It is okay. We can have a copper connection here, and this should be it. This should produce a lot, and I mean a lot, of circuits. I'm actually pretty sure we will not be able to sustain this with the deliveries. It's like the train, but you know, at least okay, I overbuilt it a little bit, maybe. It's fine. It is fine, it's not that bad. I can overbuild things once in a while. Let's deliver carbon. So we have carbon delivery also there. This have a lot of materials actually. We'll see. This is a pretty huge block, and we need to connect it to the we need to connect this block to the output station. Why we don't have enough underground, sorry, regular belts? I don't understand this. What are we missing? We're missing steel gear wheels. Why are we missing them? And can't we build them? Lots of them here. Oh, I never finished this production. That's bad. Let's say we are going up to 2 stacks. This should fix our steel needs. Might actually have been better if I built it somewhere here. Would it have been better? I guess it would have been better. It's okay, it's okay, I'm not gonna think about it too much. It already should help with this current situation, a lot. Right, what is missing? Each of this is given around 20 circuits. Right, this just requires 9 machines, and we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, okay, 9. But it's definitely more than 15. And this build requires 15. That means that we can have... Right. Each of these builds requires 15. That means that this is... Oh, no, 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 no. Why? Why did I do that? Okay, let's fix this part. Let's pick all of this up and place it down. What this means is that we actually need quite a bit more of stuff here, and we can say that the priority is to send it to the left. Right? The priority will be send it to the left, and the remaining part will go to the right. I don't like how it looks. I think it's slightly wrong. So I will be sending it to the right here. I like it a bit better. No. We need... Okay, let's remove all of this. Let's think what we actually want to achieve. What we actually want to have here. We want to have 2 belts of circuits going to the right, and we want to have 4 belts of circuits going to the left. So let's actually delete all of this. I want to delete all of this. I don't like what's going on here. It's just looking strange. Okay, let's start again. I want to have 4 belts going to the left, starting from here. 1 belt, another belt, another belt, and another belt. And I want 2 belts going to the right. 1 belt from here, and 1 belt from here. Now, the problem is that we need to have these things placed a little bit better, like this. Okay, this is looking good. So 4 belts going to the right. This is 1 such belt. It will just go, sorry, to the left. It will just go there. I might actually fix this pieces at some point. That means that this one can go like this. Sorry, like this. And I don't need this one either. So this part can actually be moved a little bit down. Nice. So this is fixed. We have belt going to the left. We have the same thing going to the right. Here. I just want to send it to that side. The other side. Right here. Means that I don't need this part. And this one, I want it to also kind of split, but we can actually split it correctly. We can split it here, send half of it in one direction and half in another. Like this. Is it working correctly? Output priority is left. That's important. Because we want these lines to primarily power this production. And only kind of overflow will go there. It also means that I want the majority of the materials here to go to these two lines. Like I want this part to go to the right. And I want this one to also to go to the right. I don't think we'll actually have guarantee because we might not be able to sustain like this amount of inputs. But it's okay. It will normalize at some point. It will be fine. We'll just have like a limit on the circuits, and I don't expect us to actually need this many circuits. I think it's like way overbuilt, but we have space. Might as well overbuild it. Right, we are slowly constructing this part. It's already a pretty long episode, but what I really want, I want to see it working. I want to see this thing producing something. And what's missing here is actually carbon. We need to produce carbon, and we need to do it from... Okay, I'm going to use this one. I'm going to use a normal process. We could even have like this chemical plant. We still need 3, right? So I'm not gonna bother. We'll have a little bit of carbon. Have 3 chemical plants. How can we do it? Let's first of all take a look at this part. It's not yet running, and I don't like that. I don't like the fact that it is not running. This will start running here, and we'll start producing some carbon, right? How are we gonna do that? We will have an input with a splitter with some connections like this. I can even produce it right here. 1, 2, and 3. Looking great. It's looking great, I think. Right, and we have the output 1, 2, 3, and doesn't even have to be a red belt. I mean, yeah, it totally doesn't have to be a red belt. It could be a yellow belt, but it's okay. We can also make it a red belt or whatever. No. Yeah. Yes. Let's keep it a red one, a yellow one. This should be enough. And this thing also doesn't have to be a red belt. It's okay. Doesn't matter that much. We need to give it some water. We'll give it... Oh, wait. This is not water that it needs. Okay. Step back. We need steam. And how are we producing steam? We need this kind of steam, I think, right? Okay, we can actually give it the other kind of steam, and it will be using charcoal. So for that we need like 6.2 charcoal, and I think our build is producing 7 charcoal. So we are in luck. We actually got pretty lucky. We need a tiny bit of water. So let's build the boilers, and let's connect this part with the steam. So here's our steam. And we need to place a couple of boilers to actually produce the steam. How should we do it? I guess this could be one boiler, and we could have another boiler here. Honestly, it doesn't really matter much what exactly we do. It's gonna work either way. Right, this is gonna work either way, and we need a little bit of water. We can place water here. And that is it. We also need to connect this to power all of this up, right? Boilers don't need power, this thing needs some power. What's the problem? The problem is that we are missing rubber part. Okay, we have it. We have lots of carbon. Once we place some water, that is. Placed water. This thing is working. It requires carbon. This thing is also almost working. We have wood going here. We'll have wood here. It's kind of looking good. Like, I like what I see. We have... And like, the usage, the consumption here, it's kind of symmetrical. At least I tried to make it symmetrical, like this build for green circuits and these two lines for like basic circuits. Oh, it's not quite symmetrical, but anyway, like, it's supposed to be like mostly symmetrical, so this inserter shouldn't really have to do a lot of work. At least that's the idea. But oh, wait. This is not how I imagined it to work. So let's fix this part a little bit, and let's remove this one. Place it back. Okay. Should be better now, I hope. It got to be better. We'll also produce this stuff. Okay, let's see. I mean, do I want to balance this? Yeah. I don't have to, but let's do this. Like, it shouldn't be needed, but at the same time, why not do it? It doesn't hurt. It doesn't really hurt. And the outputs here are kinda... yeah, they're kinda a little bit uneven. It's okay. So let's see what is happening here. We are missing something. We are missing actually carbon. What is our carbon? Where is the carbon? Like, this thing is supposed to work. Right, it's waiting for some carbon to be delivered to it. It's okay. Meanwhile, we can figure out how to load everything into the warehouses. So the middle two ones, I want to keep them, like, I want to use them for the our main output for the green circuits. This is basically the thing that gives us, like, produces green circuits. Here they are. Belt here, belt here. Green circuits. They, like, we can have a pretty long things. Yeah, we have underground belts. And another thing that I want to do, I want to have these two lines going up and these two lines going down. They're supposed to be like symmetrical, right? Because they're coming from the same warehouse, so I shouldn't need to balance between them. That's the point, right? It should just work. So we can have two here, and we can kind of have two there. Okay, we can even have them here. Like this, and like this. We gotta connect stuff with the red belt. We need to make sure we do not forget about that. And I don't believe I need to do any balancing here. It should just work. Like this. Let's add conditions here. We want to keep only 50,000 of this circuits, right? Okay, we copy it. we want to connect it to these two lines, and we want to connect this one there. We want to have kind of similar condition, except we want to use basic circuits in there. Okay, let's take a look. What is going on? We still do not have... Still doesn't work. We do not have charcoal. And I don't understand where this is. Okay, the robot is coming. Give charcoal. And this thing is trying to power it up. Okay, so it basically, it looks like it takes a little bit of time to power up our charcoal production build. Never mind that. It's not about the time. It's about the water. The time has nothing to do with it. It's the water that is an issue. So let's see. We run out of... yeah, we run out of copper. That's expected. I knew this is gonna happen. Like everyone knew this will be a problem. I talked about it in the... like some time ago. So we place in this thing and it will work. It will suddenly start working. Let's see. We do need a lot of copper, so I'm actually thinking about increasing copper demand for like twice the amount. Because if you look at this, okay, this part doesn't require too much copper. It actually requires quite a bit of iron. But we also need copper for this one. And it's not included in this demand. Is it? It's not, so we need 15 copper and we need 30 copper. So we actually need 3 times more copper than everything else and 2 times more iron. Let's do it. Let's say, because we still have lots of space, right? Let's say we want 3 times more copper. Wow, 600. And 2 times more iron. We have no space. Let's calculate. 200, 200, 200, 600, 1000. Oh no, this is bad. No, 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 no. No, that is too much. We will have a problem. We will have a problem if we go in the direction. Because we will not have enough space in the warehouse. Warehouses have only 1500 in total, and we need to make sure that the sum here is less than 1500. So 200, 200, 200, that's 600, 900, 1400. This should be fine. That's like one of the ways of breaking LTN is to request more than you can actually store on the receiving side. I am honestly surprised. I think there is a problem with this one. I'm surprised that we are producing so low amount of atomic socket. Okay, we actually didn't need to have 2 red belts because our total production is 1 red belt. Like each half produces only 1 yellow belt. It's okay. It's okay. I just used red belts, but this could be made a little bit more compact, I guess. This is the problem, right? We are not producing a lot of stuff, and I wonder, can we improve it? I don't know. This requires 6.2 charcoal, and we had the build for something. What we were doing? I don't remember exactly what we were building. Not glass. And still, it was something related, like about tin. Where do we have tin? I need to delete all of these things. I don't feel like we actually need all of this builds anymore. I don't even know where the tin is. It's fine, whatever. Oh, right. It's backed up, kinda. It's backing up. Okay, that's good. So we have lots of circuits being produced. Let's take a look how many actually. We're producing 1.4 thousand circuits per minute, and let me take a look. Oh, sorry, 1.8 thousand per minute. Why am I even using calculator for that? It's slightly under 30 electronic circuits, and that was our target rate, right? That was our target production rate. I do see some of the things missing here. We do not get enough carbon. I don't understand why we don't have enough carbon, to be honest. And we are supposed to be getting... let's check. No, we need circuits. We need 7.5 carbon for each of the line. So for each of the line we need 3 plus 2. Okay. No, it's not okay. That means that we do not have enough charcoal here. We do not have enough charcoal production here. It's not even close to what we need. It's like half of what we need. And it also means that we actually want to have a red belts here. This is a problem. Not a huge one. It's a tiny problem. And the reason I'm saying it's a tiny one, because we can consume excessive charcoal here. Like, we can have trains deliver actually excess charcoal. And it should be enough for us. But for now, I will leave it as this, because this is overbuilt anyway, and I don't feel like we'll be able to handle like even more trains. I mean, we probably will. Let's take a look how well it's working. How well is it working? We are seeing lots of trains. We are missing lots of copper plates and lots of solder. Yeah, that's understandable. Like, this thing eats through our resources, like, you know. It just eats through everything. One thing that I'm a bit concerned... No, it's okay. Looks like we don't have enough copper again. We're out of copper. But you know, even though we're out of the copper, the build is still somewhat working. Yeah, we are not unable to sustain this production. But that is fine. I'm actually thinking, do we need this much iron plates? I guess there is not a huge difference between 200 and 300. And we still have lots of space here. Do we have solder? Yes, we do have solder. Why that thing is not working? It's supposed to be limit trains to 2. Train limit is set to 2. Means that we should have 2 trains en route. And okay, we have tin in transit and copper in transit. pin is here. Copper will be here soon. It's okay. It's not the ideal build, but you know, it's working. And that's the important part. We got basic circuits and what are they? And advanced, not advanced, electric circuits. So we have basic circuits and what's the name again? Electronic circuits on the network. We did what we wanted to do in this episode. Sorry that it took a little bit longer, but we did we built a very important block that is producing a lot of circuits. It should be able to eat like through all the ores that we have. Like the main limiting factor here is actually the chains. So, I mean, and charcoal, the charcoal is underproduced, but you know, it is what it is. We might be able to like rework charcoal here and actually build like slightly larger build. I don't know how we would do it, but it might be possible. And one kind of obvious thing to do is to upgrade this algae from red one, like from second farm 2 to farm 3. This should help with charcoal production, but it will not really help with carbon production. Yeah, we need to copy it, we need to improve it a little bit. It's okay. Right. Another thing that we did today that I'm super excited about is this build. We were able to fit 10 hydro plants here, which is really important because this allows us to not waste sulfur. Like, I basically don't have to worry about running out of sulfur because I know that this build produces lots of sulfur. The copy of this build right here will produce lots of sulfur. And this one that we fixed in the previous episode, or a couple of episodes ago, I don't remember, I think in the previous one, also produces a lot of sulfur. And, you know, this one sends it immediately to the warehouse because Babmonium processing, this one. Oh, I was gonna say because it doesn't require sulfur, but it does require sulfur. Good thing that we noticed it. That means that we want to add a condition to export it only if we have already too much sulfur in the warehouse. Right, here we want to have a condition similar to the one that we have in the other place, that the amount of sulfur is larger than 10,000. And only then we want to export it, and otherwise we'll be exporting it, you know, directly, probably from here, but we'll figure it out at some point. I'll make the placement of this thing, I guess, a little bit better at some point. Right, let's observe the spot again. We are short on things. We are short on copper, on iron, on basically everything. Trains are unloading things very, very slowly. But that's okay, the fact that they're a little bit slow. That's not really a huge problem. The unloading will become faster once we have a higher stack size and once we have better orientation of the inserters. Once we can reduce this angle even to make it even lower. Yeah, that is it for today, and we almost prepared this part to be landfilled. Sorry, we almost prepared the block for the silver, to produce some silver. Actually, let's add a to-do. We want to add T2 silver plates. Save. We want to add T2 aluminum plates. So we want this two. What else do we need? And then we will need to have Q2 silicon, I guess mono silicon, and okay, I'll just move all of this up, I guess. Something. Yeah, that will do for now. This is our base. Looking pretty good. And this part is back to working. It's working. And we built enough basic circuits. We don't need more basic circuits here. Check this out. These belts are not filling up. Okay, thanks everyone for watching. And I hope to see you in the next episode. Cheers!